So Super Micro reports earnings today after the market closes. And the reason I want to talk about it is because of the opportunity that it's presenting itself. So if you guys check out SMCI, has not had the best, I would say, past 12 months. It peaked at highs of 122. It's been showing signs of a continuous descending pattern. It got added to the NASDAQ 100. It got removed off the NASDAQ 100. And at one point, it got a NASDAQ delisting notice because it was not meeting requirements. It also almost failed or did fail to report earnings. It was an absolute mess. It looks like it's trying to get its stuff figured out. But this is why I want to talk about it, because again, there could be a huge surprise and this thing can cause SMCI to really begin to push up, or this could just really be the nail in the coffin for SMCI and cause it to crash once again. We have seen some pretty extreme moves from SMCI, and because of recently, it went from $27 per share all the way to highs of $42. The reason I wanted to talk about it is because if it does begin to pull on back to previous lows, that is a 30% sell-off. Again, that's great downside potential for those that know how to make money as the stock sells off by being able to short it. On top of that, if it does end up exceeding expectation and things look bright for the future for SMCI, there's huge upside potential. And that is why I also want to talk about it, because we can highlight the good and also be able to talk about the bad. So where is SMCI currently at right now? Well, it's been having an amazing week with strong higher highs and higher lows leading up to its earning event today, which is set to report earnings today after the market closes on February 11th. Now, the thing that you should understand is that based off of expectation, its earnings per share is $8.12 per share, and its forecast for revenue is $6.95 billion. So again, something to take into consideration. These are the previous earning reports, and the thing that I wanted to share with you is on Investing Pro, you guys can feel free to check this out, is that if we look at the actual earnings section, it tells you based off of the last times that it's reported earnings, if it's been a significant drop, or if we've seen a significant climb after reporting earnings, right? This thing dates back all the way to 2022, and I can go back even further. So while it was bullish, there was consistent increases, but as it's been kind of struggling, there's been significant drawdowns. So again, this is useful information to kind of get a better understanding of, hey, this is a very volatile stock. There's either significant gap ups or significant gap downs. And today I would expect to be no different. It's in a very critical point where it's either going to succeed or it's going to fail. And this will really kind of like be the nail in the coffin for SMCI. Now, there's obviously huge downside potential, but there's, based off of previous pattern, huge upside as this company has had partnerships with NVIDIA, right? It's a company that does produce billions of dollars of revenue a year. So it was a very well-ran company, but then it was found for potential accounting fraud with the NASDAQ delisting notice, by being removed off of the NASDAQ 100. It was just a handful of different reasons on why there was big red flags for SMCI, causing such a significant downfall. Now, again, I just wanted to make sure that we talk about it. So for those that like trading stocks like this, you are aware and that you can prepare in advance. We can't predict the future, and we're not here to pretend like we can, but you can always prepare for it. If we see that after it reports earnings, it begins to pull on back, we know that there's, again, a previous support range at $25 to $27. There's huge downside potential, so we can short into the previous lows. Or if it begins to gap up and again indicate signs that it has a good future with not only good earnings but good guidance for 2025 and 2026, then this could be a potential dip buy opportunity. Big picture, if again you see recovery potential for SMCI, it's going to be a very crucial earnings report that will pretty much determine the future of SMCI. Other than that, the NASDAQ market as of right now is trading at the same levels that it has been for the past few weeks. I don't know if it's just me, but I've been finding the market to be incredibly boring. The same resistance and the same support. We're at that overbought level. So based off of tomorrow's CPI data report, we'll see if that causes us to break above this resistance and make new highs, or if we get rejected once again and come back down to that $500 support for QQQ. I'll make sure that I keep you guys up to date. Again, I do trade live every single morning, and if you ever want to tune on in, that's going to be that second link in the description down below. One of the tools that I used today was investing.com. If you guys want to check that out, that's going to be the 5th link in the description down below. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.